should be working better now. Hi everyone. Uh, I hope you can hear me. I am. Welcome to Emmen Gaming's stream of Elden Ring Nightreign. It is a day 1 stream. The game just came out. So we're gonna be spending an hour or so exploring the thing, seeing what it's all about. As you can see, I've already started playing the game. But I will take you through what I know through a new game playthrough, alright? So let's name our character Emmen, and let's begin. Oh boy, it seems like... Hi, I'm gonna assume that's you, Mika, but in case it is another viewer, you do have sounds that you can kind of redeem and play. Anyway, here's the opening cutscene. Every FromSoft game begins with one. So it starts out at night, you know, and it's raining. Nightreign. We figured it out, you guys. That's why this game's called Nightreign, because it rains at night. And here's a character. I really like these blue flames. I think that they look really cool. Oh, he's leaving some kind of strange residue. That's interesting. I like this guy's character design, right? Because he's got like these wings on his helmet that reminds me a little bit of the Viking Valkyrie aesthetic. I think that that's really cool. So it's nice to see. Nice to see where they're taking their inspiration from. Now, as far as I've played this game, I can say this. So far, it seems to be a game made up of the assets of Elden Ring. Not only that, there is a fair bit of like original content here as well, along with new moves, new equipment, and new models. But considering how huge Elden Ring was, reusing some of those assets in a game like this to breathe new life into the system, I think, is actually a really clever thing to do. Like, these guys have made a titanic world. But anyway, this is our main character right now. You might notice that we kinda skipped the part where we make a character. And that's on purpose. I'll tell you a little bit more about that when we progress a little bit further in the game. But for now... we can explore a little, fight a little, run a little, just do some FromSoft things, you know. So this character uses a shield and a greatsword. Now this is something that's kind of interesting. This is new for FromSoft. Now Elden Ring already gave you the power to jump, but Nightreign gives you the power to climb. Whoops. Alright, let's take you out. It's pretty jarring for me personally to be able to climb things in a FromSoft game, other than Sekiro, I suppose. But it's something that I'm getting used to, that I've grown to like. I think it's interesting. know? Check it out. Isn't that cool? So this is the tutorial for climbing, and you can climb quite a few. Like, look at that! This is something you could never do in a FromSoft game before, and I think that's awesome. Hey, it's Klim Hazard. And, hi, nice to see you. And yes, you are right, this game does not have fall damage, and I think it's a good thing, right? Like, this game also does not have torrent, and you're running around in this big world. Jumping from high places and getting around actually helps the game flow better. The game isn't any easier, it's just, you know, testing you with different metrics. So even though you're jokingly saying that Miyazaki's going soft, I think that if this game actually had fall damage, it would be kind of wasteful. Ooh, hello. Duelist Great Axe and okay, so get this. This game has a lot of different equipment that you can equip that gives you like different move sets, right? Like now I have this, so I can attack like so. Or I could equip this thing and attack like so. Now, different weapons carry with them different move sets, different abilities, different like elemental affiliations and whatnot. So it's fun to explore. We also have skills, which I think is kind of cool. I'll show the skills off a bit more when I'm in a bit more open area. Roger's Rapier. Lord Swan Fire Straight Sword. Okay. Let's try dual wielding, see where that takes us. See, this sword that I just picked has the fire element on it, so when I hit people with it, it actually deals to them a little bit of fire damage, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna go for this sword for now. Even though the big sword does more damage, I'm a bit more comfortable using this one because I'm really used to the moveset. So, this game has different playable characters and they have different skills they can use. Like this guy who has a Mortal Kombat Scorpion ass get over here ability, which I think is really cool. Alright, buddy, let's fight. Hey, look at that, it's the Sight of Grace. So, Sights of Grace here are a little different from the core Elden Ring, in the sense that, like, you don't have to sit near them. Just going near them kind of activates them. And you can use them to level up your character, and when you level them up, you also don't pick, like, what, stats everything goes into. That gets picked for you automatically, and what determines that is what different character you pick. Now, I'll speak a little bit more about the different characters when we get to the part of the game where we actually see them. But for now, just know that this guy is like the all-rounder. They call him the Wilder character, right? So let's just see what happens. The last time I like this moveset better actually. Okay, cool. So this and alright, nice. I just equipped another weapon in my other hand, as you can see over here. This rapier, which allows me to create these glintstone blades above me. Mika, I have a friend who is currently learning to master the Recluse, and that class is just so cool, dude. Like, there are so many mechanics that are attached to it that I think are just the best ever. So I'll talk a little bit more about it when I get to the classes part, but I mean, I think you would really enjoy it genuinely because there's a lot of brain power that goes into it. Oh, wide open area in a FromSoft game. That could only mean one thing.
I have thee now.
Aye, yo. Not you!
Tell me. Of thy
Yo, 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 chill out, bro. Oh my goodness. Somehow I lived! Woo! I am not expecting to win here, right? I'm just in it just to get through this fight, but let's see what happens. Okay, first death. Oh, hey! Somehow I'm not dead! Very cool. Okay, I'll take it. Sorry girl, I couldn't revive you. So one interesting thing about this game that I've noticed, right, is that like when you die, you have these like purple things, and your player, you're supposed to play this with other players, so they can hit you, and when they do, they essentially bring you back to life. But another thing is that when you're fighting a boss, unlike a FromSoft game, you don't have to start other FromSoft games. You don't have to start from the beginning, right? You can actually attack them and figure it out from the point that um you were at, like when you died, the HP point. The only thing is that you lose levels when you die, which ends up being a bit of a problem long run. I hate you. Brother, that was a whole flask. Okay, chill out, bro. Like, okay, we know you got knives. Did that even hit him? No, it didn't. How disappointing. You know, if I just wait around until those things spawn and I am able to slowly whittle his life away, wouldn't be the worst idea. Here I am near death with no teammates to save me, so the boss just, you know, walks around and dunks on me. Just you wait. One day. Yeah, dude, this Margaret the Fell Omen is a real POS. Like, this guy caused a lot of people to dislike Elden Ring when it began. Not age-old FromSoft fans, but like new players. But over time, people came to realize that he's very manageable. I'm pretty sure it's the same case here too. I'm just not very skilled with this particular character. But hey, guess what? We got some lore in the game.
Between were visited by a great war. The Shattering, as it was known, destroyed order itself. Drawing forth in time an abomination. Thus fell upon us the night.
Ooh, that art is gorgeous.
Now heavy rains harry the region, threatening to wash away its very history. the Night Lord does not rest. As it ravages the lands between beyond recognition. But there are those who would fight back. The Nightfarers.
This is what I'm talking about. These are the playable classes, and we'll get into that a little bit more when we see them.
Their commonalities are but few. No shared station, era, or even purpose. Yet together, they are bound by a will. The will to cross the endless night and fight on. Till every shred of their being is ground away. Alas, the curtain may be drawing to a close upon this world.
I'm a bit of a lore guy when it comes to FromSoft games. Not just FromSoft games, every game really. And I have some thoughts. I think that the opening monologue that we just saw kind of implies that this game might be set after one of the endings of Elden Ring. Now, I don't know whether there are people who haven't played Elden Ring watching this stream. If that's the case, like, why are you? But it's fine. I'm not gonna go too deep into the spoilers, but there is an ending that deals with something that they call the Night.
I know not why, but once again it has happened. So be it. Condemned, I welcome you to the Round Table Hall. I am the priestess, the voice of your formless master. You were chosen for your potential to vanquish the night. The Night Lord is a living cataclysm, bent on laying waste to the very land that anchors us. Unless we bring its end.
Hey Trix, it is not an MMO. It's more like
I need your help.
an online cooperative roguelike.
This is a hidden refuge, rest assured. We even have a caretaker, but he is worthy of trust.
I am muted. What do you mean I'm muted? It seems like I'm fine. Huh. Alright, thank you for letting me know. So I'm looking into this thing. Apparently, people can't hear me on YouTube, which is very odd because as far as I'm concerned, the audio is coming through nicely, and the game audio is also at a decent level. So, what could this be? I'm calling in tech support on my end while we figure this out. in the meantime, I'm just gonna move around in the game and whatnot and see where this takes us. Okay, so like I said, this is a game where you play as multiple characters. So this character, the default one, is called the Wilder. This one is called the Guardian. He's a bird man. This is the archer character, Iron Eye. The heavy character, Raider. The magic character, Recluse. Followed by the samurai character, Executor. 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 Like the Pokemon, I guess. I'll try them out to show you what the different vibes are. In the meantime, let me try one solution for YouTube, see where that takes us. Let me try to work on a real quick fix while you know, so that like audio can be heard in YouTube. Give me just a quick moment, okay? Okay, according to my guy, we might actually have to do a little bit of a quick restart, so I'm gonna restart. Alright, we are now back on stream. Just did a quick restart. I'm gonna check on YouTube's site to see whether the audio is there. Sorry for any interruption for anybody who was watching, but like we gotta make sure this stuff works, right? Otherwise, it's not fun. Okay, anyway, while someone gives me some feedback, I will be playing this game a little bit. Like I said, this character, the Wilder, and his thing is, you know, great sword, strength weapons, that sort of thing, and his skill. Okay, I'm gonna character skill, no limitations, no limitations. His skill allows you to basically like have a little marker that you can kind of see, and it's like a pulling mechanic, right? And if there is no one there, it's a gap closer. But if there is an enemy and they're not a large enemy, you can actually pull them right to you, and if it is a large enemy, you use it as a gap closer as well. That's what this guy does. And his ult is this kind of like crossbow thing that kind of shoots you back No worries, Trix. Glad to hear that you can hear it. So this guy is all about the close range attacks and gap closing and stuff like that. No worries, Mika. No worries, Mika. Everything worked out in the end. Okay, let me go switch up a character. Let's try this guy. This guy is literally a bird, you guys. Isn't that awesome? He has a helmet, sorry, a shield that looks like a wing, which I think is just really cool. This guy is a halberd character, meaning a lot of jabbing type attacks and kind of slow movements and sweeps, you know, stuff like that. This is a heavy. Oh no, this is not PvP. This is PvE actually. And his skill, it does like this wind thing, or if you use his ult, he goes flying up into the air and comes crashing down, which I think is really, really cool. Now, to switch to another character, I really like using this one, by the way. This is the archer character, okay? And this guy, you know, you got your standard arrow shots, and when you do heavy attack, it's 3 arrows, right? And to show what he's really about, let me just make this practice dummy come up. So his skill is really interesting. So it's kind of like a rushing attack, which rushes through an enemy, and you see that there's this red mark now. That's called being marked, right? And when you're marked, not only does it do more damage to it, also like attacks its stance. It's pretty cool. And as for his ult, take a guess. Big bow, you guys. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this place and then come back in. So one of the reasons why I really like this archer character is because I love this mobility ability, right? Now, when I first started using it, I thought, okay, an enemy is here, so if I'm far away, I want to go near it, right? But the truth is a little different. This is a range character after all, so what you really want to be doing is going through the enemy, so when you're done with it, you're a bit further away to begin with. The idea is kind of like a battle royale. I'll start the main game mode and you'll see how the game actually plays. I'm just showcasing the characters right now. I think that they actually really cooked with this game, personally. By the way, this is the big heavy guy. You know what I'm saying? And his ult summons a giant tombstone, putting you up here, kind of giving you a safe place to be. It can also let you do plunging attacks, which I think is pretty cool. Next is the Recluse. I think she looks really cute. I love her outfit. She is the sorceress character, and what's really cool about her is that, like, you can potentially like collect different types of magic. You see, like, I'll use my mouse pointer here. Like, when you look at this area, there'll be like a skill that has 3 different slots in it. So when she collects different elements of magic or whatever from other enemies that have been struck, like for example, she hits an enemy with a fire spell, then she can pull fire element from it, kind of thing, right? And when she combines different ones, she gets to use different spells. And her ult, ooh, it's very useful. Her ult basically puts a mark on an enemy, where like if you hit the enemy, you end up getting healed and restoring FP, which I think is really, really cool. This is a character for big brain people, alright? So, not me really, but it's fine. The next character is for anime fans. This guy is called the Executor. So he has a katana. You can also two-hand it. And when you use his skill, you get a bigger katana. Now, what I really like about him is his ult. Check this out. He transforms into this giant thing, you guys. Isn't that wild? This is against bosses in the games as well. Like, you can use this. Alright, that is enough showcasing what they can do. Is the trade-off for these characters that you can't customize them? Yes, so far as I've played, you can get different weapons for them while you're on the run in a kind of roguelike way, right? But you don't seem to be able to customize their looks or their stats, especially when you level them up. They level up automatically, going to the places that they specifically need. Right? When I say need, I'll show you what I mean. Check it out. You see how, like, at the lower right corner, there's a little bit of a stat breakdown. So these are the stats that these characters will get more of. Like, this guy has an S in HP, and this guy has an A in dexterity, S in strength, S in intelligence. Now that is the surrounding game idea, right? But let's actually drop into one expedition and see how it works out. So this is a game that is meant to be played with other people. So currently it's matchmaking. It's looking for available players and trying to slot me in somewhere. Also, any Elden Ring fans, you guys recognize this building? I mean, it's the Round Table Hold, you guys. And, I mean, they didn't just reuse it, they actually reworked it and changed it in a way that makes it really beautiful. Oh! Matchmaking complete. Looks like we're about to jump into a match. I'll play it. Hopefully we'll get somewhere. I'll play the archer. I really like the archer character, so. By the way, I love this cutscene. This cutscene plays every time you go out on a mission, and I think it's just awesome. Looks like I'm playing with Marsh and Joan of Arc. Alright, you guys. You be close ranged, and I'll be a long range character. Yeah, you guys, we go into our mission on eagles. Isn't that cool? You've seen people dropping into battle royales on parachutes. Now get ready for eagles. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so now that we're in the open world, we three will be acting together doing various things. I'll just be following these guys, trying to help them out. By the way, no fall damage. It's pretty shocking, but once you're used to it, it's pretty fun. Nice. Yo, Marsh, I got you. No worries. So you guys, you see how there's a big circle around the map? Just like a lot of other battle royales, when you play this game, the circle gets smaller, and you know it's dangerous to be in there. Nice. Alright, check it out. 3 treasure chests. That. Could use that. Cool. So, can I fly to Mordor? Well, there is no Mordor in the lands between, Mika. Wrong setting. Let's go! These guys are eating this boss up, and every time you defeat a boss, you have this little pedestal where you can use to pick up some sort of like weapon or item or something. And let's just pick this one up, you know. Nothing that I can really use. Staff of Loss, Academy Glintstone. No, it's all good. The roguelike aspect of this is that you have different items that show up when you're like on a run, right? And you have different locations that become available to you on each run of the map. So like, with the different runs, it ends up being a very unique experience. Like the last time I got this weapon, right? I could do a run where I don't get this weapon at all. Wait, where the heck are these guys? Oh, hello. I love the whip. My first time getting the whip in this game. Okay. Bro has marked something on the map. Alright, I'll go to where you're suggesting. Oh my gosh, how am I supposed to get over there? Oh! You guys check this out. This is really cool, okay? You see that blue thing? Like, a lot of energy just kind of raising up, right? Check this out. Woo! Oh no! No, 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 leave me alone! Yeah, I don't want to be fighting that guy. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Poison Grace. So, yeah, you're right. A game like this could actually use PvP, but I don't know how they're gonna incorporate it in because every run is different. So the PvE aspect and collaboration, I think, is actually quite fun. Okay, anything? Oh, a short bow. Cool, I'll take that. Boost? What boss are these people fighting? Oh no! Now that I'm dead, I have this thing over me. Pick me up, buddy! Oh, you didn't rescue me. You nasty. Yes, exactly. It is like picking a specialist with their own abilities that are unique to them. Oh hey, look at that. It looks like the map is shrinking. We gotta go somewhere safe. Where the heck are we? Okay. Don't worry, Marsh. I won't desert you like Joan of Arc did. You want me to give you an idea of where to go? How about we go here? Okay, yeah, sure. So, like, these characters have different stat allocations, so you can use different weapons with them, which are really good. And you can decide what their kit is gonna be like. And each run, you get different weapons, different abilities. I mean, passive abilities, right? Like, for example, heal on kill, or like when you're walking, you can cast a spell, you can dodge and then cast a spell, that kind of thing. And it's pretty entertaining. You also don't know which different bosses you'll be facing as well. It's very unique so far. I'm having a really good time, and my main thought with this game is like Elden Ring was a massive game. They had so many different like assets and stuff left over. So I'm really glad that they're using it for another game that just has a very different playstyle. Where did that guy go? Huh? Okay, he wants to level up. Alright, buddy. Let's level up. I'm now level 2, and then my stats have grown ever so slightly. What do you have to communicate? There are three ways you can communicate with other players when you're playing this game, okay? First of all, you can use like gestures and stuff, you know, emotes that do exist in this game that are very similar to the emotes that exist in other FromSoft games. The second thing is something that they introduced in Elden Ring, where it's like a little face of a guy, and when you use that item, it's like an item that looks like a face. When you use that item, you essentially get a sound cue, like hello, thank you, you know, that sort of thing. And the last way, and that is the way that I've been trying, is to be on Discord with your friends and play it together. That way you can, communicate to your heart's desire. I think this game is meant to be played with your friends. Oh, very cool. Wow. This weapon looks really awesome. What the heck? Ooh, treasure chest. Ooh, looks like there is a spammer in the chat. Let me get rid of them real quick. Alright, come here, you. Alright, Marsh, where you be? This is like Gimli and Legolas if Gimli was tall, huh? A sorcerer's staff, I don't really need that, unfortunate. Thank you, Mark. Now that the world has started closing in on us, the thing to do would be to actually go towards this tree thing in the distance. Marsh, where are you going? Yeah, there you go. Alright, Marsh, we don't have time to mess about. Let's run. Yes, there is a sort of permanent progression you can make on runs. When you clear any run, or when you fail, you end up getting some kind of a currency, right? And it can be used to purchase things outside of the roguelike aspect. And these can include like equipment or certain buffs you can have on your character permanently. And you can also sometimes unlock new characters, which is something that's really interesting. Marsh, where are you, Marsh? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, I don't want to be fighting these guys alone. Thank you, Marsh. I go through you. And then I shoot you. Marsh! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, come on! Damn it! Yes, Marsh, to the rescue. Very nice. Oh boy, it's a boss. Yo. Since I died twice, now I have like 2 marks on it, which makes it a little bit difficult to revive me. Marsh, try reviving me. I swear I'm pretty useful. Over here. So usually in gaming circumstances what happens is that there's a timer when you're dead. But in these kind of boss fights, thank you, Marsh. Oh my god. In these kind of boss fights there is no timer, you're just supposed to win. Fuck. Fuck. Whoops. Well, hey, at least I managed to revive my guy Marsh, so maybe he'll feel, you know, grateful for me. So get this, right? So while I'm here, I can explain a little something about the game. When you're fighting and the map gets smaller, you eventually kind of get constricted to this very narrow area, and this is where like you have to essentially fight a boss. And when you beat the boss, the map expands again, allowing you to explore once more. And then you can essentially move your way up to the final boss. You gotta beat 2 bosses, then you get to fight the final boss of any run. Yeah, Mika, you're probably right. But it's alright, you win some, you lose some. That's kind of how it goes. But it's also good to actually get to see what happens after you complete a run, right? Kind of sad that one of our players ran away. See, these are the permanent stuff. These are what we call relics, right? So for instance, this is a currency that we can use to buy stuff outside the roguelike element. So what will happen here is we go here, and different characters will have different colors of relic slots. So if I were to find a character who had, let's say, red color, right? Like this guy, these ones would fit. But we would need to pick ones that would actually benefit the character. I can sell them? Okay, that's cool. There is also a little bazaar that you can visit, where a little jar is selling you emotes, these little things to speak with, and this little thing which you use to essentially get a random relic. Improved attack power with +3 flails equipped. That doesn't sound very good. When you win some, you lose some. What do you do? Now, you guys, you can also talk to the NPCs or the other playable characters here when you're not using them, like so.
No matter how towering the beast we face, stand your ground and raise your shield. Be patient. Your window of opportunity will come.
Indian accent, kind of like that.
Thou to converse? We must put the night sky to rights, to see its beauty once more.
True that. Honestly, it's very fun. This is the caretaker.
Welcome to the Round Table Hold, brave champion.
In the original Elden Ring, these were enemies.
I am told that each of you has committed a grave misdeed, but I
see, this is something that really interests me. Apparently, every character did something kind of bad.
Land, and that is no small matter. Indeed, it is an ambition most worthy of praise. I've spruced up the facilities to make your stay as pleasant as possible. By all means, do make yourself at home. No task is too great or small, champion. You wish to know about me? I began as one among many, a single cog in a great machine of war. But then I was selected for modification, to become proficient in the field of housekeeping. It did not proceed entirely as expected. I was tossed away, only to wake up here, where I began my domestic duties. Hardly the most riveting of tales, I'm afraid.
In the original game, these guys were enemies that could just mess you up. But here, this guy has been turned into a housekeeper, which I think is very cute. And this is our friend, the Executor. He doesn't speak. It's kind of like Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, if you know that character. He's just an aura farmer, he just speaks no words and just shows up with a big sword. Beautiful place, isn't it? They've really reworked the round table hole to be something special. It's really nice. Whee! Yeah, that guy is the Alfred to my Batman, basically. But I don't know what exactly he's supposed to do, because I don't see him doing anything. But probably as I play through the game, I will see more of what he contributes. This is also a room where I don't know what happens, because so far no one's been in it. But you guys, it looks like we're kinda close to time being up, so I'm gonna have to call it quits for today. I have some other things to attend to as well. I just wanted to hop on day 1 of Nightreign really to show you guys what it was like and how it is to play it, right? And I think, you know, going out on an expedition and having it kind of fail with 2 players is not bad. It's an, you know, you win some, you lose some. GG's to Marsh. Guy really pulled my butt out of the fire a few times there. Great player. But anyway, if you are interested in getting Nightreign, it is currently out. And there is a normal version and a deluxe version. The deluxe version comes with, you know, artwork and OST, but more importantly, it also comes with an extra character class, which is not available right now. I have yet to unlock it, but I know it's available. It's a class called Revenant, which is a support class, which is about summoning other like, you know, in Elden Ring they have summons, you know, like different monsters that you can use to fight, summoning monsters, and also like support abilities, buffing, healing, that sort of thing, right? But yeah, all in all, you get a group of 3 people, or you go in alone, it's fine, and you basically go into that open world. You pick your targets each time on a run. You go where you can. You do what you can. And then you try to make your way to the final boss of the expedition, which will change over time. But the first one is called Tricephalos, a many-legged beast appearing from shadow, carrying on his back a chain-link sword used to hunt its prey. As for crossplay, Clem, I don't know whether they plan to do it. I really hope they do, because I want to play with Mika, and he's on consoles and I am on PC. So, you know, we're like 2 people pressing up against a glass window, wishing that we could be on the other side, but alas, somehow it is not that way. In any case, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all enjoyed this look into Elden Ring Nightreign. I'll play this game a little bit more over the next couple of days and report what I discover in terms of like playstyle, characters, lore, anything interesting, and I'll be doing a few more streams of this game over time, so that will be fun, I think. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you for joining me, and yep, it is a vivid picture, isn't it? That's just how I feel, my guy. You console players locked away from us so unfortunately. I don't want this. I want all gamers to be able to play together easily with as less barriers as possible. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining me, and especially those who joined me in chat. It was really nice chatting with you guys as well, so catch you later.